So Lynn asks, what is the best focus for the month? The best way to spend my time? Okay. So, seems to be your best focus. The best way to spend your time is on self-care in many ways. It's like mothering yourself. I'm assuming it's not by the cards that are surrounded. It's not necessarily mean that you should, as you as a mother, or to look to your own mother or something like that. It's just that kind of idea of mothering yourself, or because the healer is there and the protector's there, that it seems to be about that kind of energy more. That mother is the earth element, so it's things about shelter, it's things about food, nourishment, feeling warm, cozy, protected, a place to recuperate, a kind of a sanctuary. And if you can focus on something like that in a kind of, why? Because of healing, because you need something to be healed, or that'll allow healing, or allow recuperation, or refresh, to in some way become more back to yourself in some way. That there's a need to, there's a bit of self-care, a bit of self-love, looking after yourself. It's kind of not, there's no suggestion here that you're, that you've spent a period of unloving yourself or anything. It's not a big, it's just kind of, it's more of a call, I suppose, to wrap yourself up in a lovely blanket, look after yourself, be generous to yourself, allow yourself to in a sense, in some way, kind of indulge in the basic comforts of life. Now the protector is looking back at these two people, and so the focus is that it's the reason why you have to do this. It's because of healing, but that will lead to a protective type thing where if you have a solid ground, or you have a solid kind of inner world, or you've looked after yourself, or you've made sure that your basic needs are met emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically, sheltery, money, financially, all of those things, that will lead to a form of protection, that you're kind of, if you've all these things in places, if you've looked after all of those things, then you're kind of protected in a way, because everything's in order. You're not burning the candle at both ends. You're not, in need of rest. You're not in need of recuperation. You're not in need of, some alone time, or you're not in need of social time. You're kind of all of that covered, and so there's no kind of way in for, the demons. I don't mean actual literal demons. I mean like the bad thoughts that can creep in, or that colds, flus, little kind of annoyances, all of those. There's no way, because if you looked after yourself and you kind of cleared yourself, and you're all there. So overall, I would say this is a call to spend a month looking after yourself, pampering yourself, making sure your basic needs are met. That sounds wonderful. Enjoy that. And that will lead to you being protected and everything being okay. So yeah, I don't think there's anything more there I want to say, other than if you just kind of look at the eyeline and stuff, the mother's looking over the head of the protector, so that, but it seems, even though that the protector is looking at the mother, the healer's looking directly at us though. So the mother is seeing something, clearly seeing something past the protector. So there's a long-term thing in this as well. Not just for this month, that this will lead to something long-term, a good thing. That something to do with the earth element, with your basic needs, the shelter, love, food, all that kind of thing. Something like that. There's a long-term kind of goal there that involves this healing type of thing, and a protection. Not so much protection that you can't see the future. It's not overprotecting yourself. It's not locking yourself away, or anything like that. It's not going on lockdown. Still see the road ahead. So yeah, hope that is helpful, and good people of the internet, may our best days be ahead, and be very, very well. Everyone look after themselves this month. You have the servant's permission to pamper yourself and to look after your mental, emotional, spiritual, physical health. Be well.